I was thinking about like why people
Hungover.
get Teslas and whatever, and like the self-driving. And after being stuck in like 40 minutes of traffic on PCH, I was like, this makes sense, because if I could work for the 40 minutes, like it would pay off how much this car costs, the $10,000 more for self-driving in the long term if I can work instead of driving.
I think my issue would be like, oh, cool, I have 40 minutes to work. 40 minutes typing one single tweet.
Your tweets are so funny, but I suck at Twitter.
He's
like
so good at Twitter.
So
I like your
good.
tweets.
Oh my god,
I like your retweets a lot too.
Oh, I like need to get into the meme side of Twitter, because that's where all the memes like originate. But I feel like I never had it in high school, so I'm either on it when I'm like severely depressed or like trying to flex, and I'm like, fuck all my enemies. Like,
well, Twitter for me is like a sounding board where it's like I have no pressure. I'm not worried about followers on Twitter. No one comments back and like rips you apart.
No, but Twitter can be so mean if they get like the bad side and they rip you to shreds.
Yeah, I think with any platform, I've said this 100 times. Once it hits, when it goes a certain level viral, it's just the dumbest people on the planet that get a hold of it, and
you block them.
They chew on it, and you're dumb and stupid. That's like. Yeah, I got one yesterday that was like, "This is your worst work yet."
I got that too.
Oh my god!
I said, I could let this get at me, but I won't, and then I did.
You are disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
Oh no, Fully. When I like gain like during TikTok, like obviously like you're in front of the camera a lot, and I gained like 20 pounds during a period of time, and and I like posted this picture, and I stopped like going in the sun, and I was just unhappy, and I posted this picture of my outfit, and somebody was like, "Damn, you really fell off," and I was like, "Oh my god."
People are
deleted the picture within 5 minutes, because I was like, "Loki, this is not my best work. Like I know the place I'm in." And you're
that's the worst when people are like, "This isn't it, bestie."
No,
I think bestie derogatory like should be
bestie negative connotation.
Illegal to say.
This is what I seen yesterday.
What?
So Doja Cat, who I admire for her work, her tweets are really funny too. Doesn't give a shit. She knows her worth. She tweeted something yesterday, just like full blown, like, "You are all so fucking dumb. It scares me." And I was like, she's talking to her fans.
This woman was working for 8 years before COVID, making music on SoundCloud, pretty big on SoundCloud.
That's a good point.
And then she blew up during COVID, and they're like, "Great, your career's starting now. Work your ass off." And it's like, no, she's been working for like 8 years before this, making music like for a very long time. And now they're like, okay, go on tour, do all these things. Like, she's tired. Like, she's over it.
She's exhausted.
Yeah. It's really exhausting when people act like you're brand new, when like I'm now 2 years into doing this, and I'm like, I'm not. I'm tired. Like,
we get messages all the time about the podcast. Like, we know, hey, I know you're new to this, but here's some feedback. I'm like,
how about you do it on your own podcast? If you have feedback, go make your own podcast.
God, I was reading your comments, and they're like, get her a mic stand.
Yeah.
Like, all these things.
We're working on it.
Don't eat into the mic. And they're like,
shut up.
Oh my God, then just like 30 seconds forward.
Well, Doja Cat said, "If you say shit like Doja baby, what is this? In my comment section, I automatically fucking loathe you. Do not return. If I could recognize you all in person, I would refuse to speak to you." That's how how not sick I think it is. Yeah.
I mean, it's like, imagine like you're like just like a normal person, you're getting ready, and your friend's like,
eyeliner could be a little sharper, bestie.
Right. Like, that's the day-to-day online about every little detail.
The thing is, if your friend said that to you, it's like, okay, like, you're my friend. Like, these people who are just commenting it, like, we don't know you. We don't know the tone that you're saying it. It just like,
I always read it in the worst tone.
I know. It just feels.
Yeah, and you also, if you acknowledge it, like, open a can of worms. It's like, all her comments back to that were like,
I used to acknowledge everything.
Yeah, I used to acknowledge everything and respond in video form, and then it would encourage people to just leave more shitty comments.
I just block people.
Now you block, which I think I'm pro.
Blocked and reported.
Do you know Jack Martin?
Yes.
So he would go onto our accounts and find people that were
Wait, he lives in Canada, right?
Australia.
That's Jack Innanen.
No, I'm thinking about Jack Innanen.
Yeah.
So Jack Martin was
in
our
and
in and out. Jack Martin was our buddy. Rest in peace.
Rest in power.
Rest in power, Jack Martin. No, he's in Australia shooting a show, but we lived together, all of us, and he would go on our accounts and find people that would say shit like that, and he would block them from his own account so that they were fully blocked on everybody. So
he was like, if they don't like your stuff. Like
I
don't
do that.
want them looking
I don't
at
want
my
them on
stuff.
my
If I
page.
see a hate video about me or even like one of my good friends, I go through those comments and I block those people because even if it's not on my page, I don't want you in my page. Like it's free for you to watch my stuff, so I can take it away at any time. I feel like I did a little binge of y'all's pod, and I still want to know like how you guys know each other. I don't know. I feel like you might have gone over this before,
No,
but
that's can't.
how did you
can't
meet?
hurt to refresh.
Yeah,
we met on TikTok.
TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, we were pandemic babies, so like we came
same.
to rise. 2020.
Now you're like forced to
April.
socialize, and like meet each other in person. It's brutal.
Well, I was like to Connor, like, okay, I'm gonna come to California and meet you because I lived in Philly.
Okay.
He lived out here, and he was like, okay, like he was like drunk, right, when you agreed.
Yeah, it was an Elvis.
Yeah.
Elvis, what is that called? Cosplay
Impersonation. Yeah.
You love a dress up moment.
Oh man, I wasn't cosplaying as Elvis. I was watching. I was watching fake Elvis perform. In the basement.
Okay.
And then he like drunkenly agreed for me and our other friend Kat, who's on TikTok, to come visit him, and we did. And then it was really fun, and then we just like became really close. And then I moved out here 2021, and then we lived together for a bit, me, Connor, our friend Sally Dar, and Jack, who blocks people. And we had like a
real one.
I don't know if I would call it a content house, but I guess it kind of.
I always
like
was
making
jealous
videos.
of that because in New York there's not like there are a lot of TikTokers now, but at the time like I just felt like I was in my room like doing it alone, and I was like, damn, these content houses kind of look kind of sick, like I'm missing out.
Yeah.
I feel like I kind of don't know a ton of people in the space, and everybody that's in LA knows each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
true.
nice.
That's
that
true.
is a good thing about LA.